Hello and welcome back to Factorio and Space Age. Today we are continuing on the oil adventures. But first, before we let this guy go again, there is this thing that I really would like to do here to balance the output of the ammo. Could we actually just plop it down there like that? That would be great. It has been plopped down. So, if we go back to Novice, I don't exactly know how much plastic that we need for this. But if we go into the planner here, and so the only researches that actually need plastic is blue, purple, and yellow. This needs about 83k per minute. If we do this, boop, we're gonna do 1391 plus 1684 plus 909. This is about 4,000 plastic. Now I know for a fact that plastic is a fairly, let's say fairly used resource in other things, right? But this is not even wait, how much is that? That's like 4,000 split on 240. That's 16 belts. Oof. Okay. That's a lot of plastic. I was not quite prepared for that, actually. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a look here. We'll have to take a little bit of a look-see here. Plastic. We'll do these. We'll do these here as well. Maybe like this, actually. That's not too shabby. And then we'll put one of these there, yeah? Okay, so I can already see that this is 483 per second. So this is 2 full belts already. This is 2 full belts already. How do we do that then? 2 full belts. I need to invent something here that's not absolutely fucking degenerate. Well, this is gonna be degenerate. Regardless, I feel like. This is 2 full belts. This is actually 2 full belts. Are there any other options for... Yeah, I mean... Okay, I feel like that's a little bit... That's a bit cringe, I think. This is probably a little bit less cringe. I'm not satisfied with the belts here, I'll be honest. Okay, if we do... Yeah. This is definitely way better. Okay. I really like this a lot more. I'm actually also gonna start incorporating some lights into my builds. I feel like we need it. Maybe not there though. Because maybe I want to put that there. Okay. I mean, we're getting somewhere, right? Then we can tile this fairly easily, yeah? And again, 480 should be a really good, solid freaking number. We do have 300 of that. So I feel like we can probably do this. I don't know if we need to fill a belt. But I would assume that we need that. And this would be... 1,200 petroleum. Are you actually serious? Well, I mean, probably pretty serious. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be really rough. This is gonna be a lot of plastic, dude. Okay, so... Not too bad. This is 3.6k of petroleum. This tiny fucking build is 3.6k of petroleum into plastic. And then I feel like we probably need a... We can probably put this guy down here, yeah? There we go. And then we can tap these kinda as we go. Okay. Cool. Now the question is, just out of curiosity. We're gonna go over here. Bump this down. And we're gonna do sulfur instead. Right, I also forgot something really important with this build. We actually need a coal input here. This guy needs a little bit of coal, not like insane amounts. But something, right? So coal should be coming in here. Not that bad, but this will not reach then. We'll do that. We'll do that then. Again, this one belt of... We could probably do one more set on a full belt of coal. Probably. Doesn't matter too much. So unfortunately, this doesn't have any other input. So we can't really do this way. And this rate here is a little bit too high, actually. $295. I think I'm gonna leave it like that, though. Okay, let's do that. Because we need to think about how we're doing our inputs here. We can move this one step further. We can do that, right? And this should then be roughly... It's a little bit more than 2 full belts. But it's not that much more. At least we have the throughput, kind of. We'll take this, put that down. We're looking at sulfur here. This needs 25k. This needs a little bit, but it's not much. So this sulfur setup should last us, like, actually kind of long. That said, we're gonna need to do this. Let's take a look at research. This is 8 million, but I think I probably want to go for this. Then I think we go for the damage. And the shooting speed. I think this is what we want to keep up with, right? Okay, so sulfuric acid. If I steal this build like this, and then we are just having one input here, so we can probably just scooch these back here, yeah? Also, we don't really need these. So this here, not really relevant. No, I think we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do this, yeah? Ooh, okay. 7,000 sulfuric acid per second. So this can eat a full sulfur belt. Like, actually, a full sulfur belt. We do that, maybe? Okay, we can probably just steal it from here, yeah? Like so. And as of today, we are not really storing any. It's all consumption, right? Which is okay. We don't really need to store it, I think. And then we need to take a look at battery production. And I think battery production might be similar to this, yeah? Could put it here. That's fine. Okay, and then we need to kind of look at how much we get in and out from this. We need 2 inputs. Wait, is that? No? Okay, interesting. That is very interesting. The input is not that much. Neither is the output. How many batteries are we making today? 119. This is barely more than that. Okay. Interesting. So here's an example of where having a legendary cryogenic plant would be really nice. But I don't care that much. But the fact that this is so little throughput makes me kind of like, Let's do this. This is still not a full belt. But it doesn't matter too much. We will accept that this is not a full belt. And that's gonna be okay. We will take this. We'll take a full belt, not batteries out. And this barely needs half a belt each of copper and stuff. So that's kind of done as well. This needs a water input that I don't know exactly where the hell I'm gonna get that. I'm thinking that we probably do this. I think that's the only way. How much water do you need? No, you need a lot, man. You need 9,000 water. You need 9,000 water. Okay. We're not gonna do that. I'm gonna take 12k water from... You know what? I don't like this spot. But I think we'll use it. We can put one in here, probably. Oh, no, it's, I'm stupid, it's an offshore pump, obviously. Can't do that. We can do this to this here as well. That's gonna be upgraded. And then we'll do these here. We'll reroute this water to down here when we need it. Okay, so far, so good. So far, so good. So this is gonna take an hour. We're kind of keeping steady. I don't think that's gonna be the case. You are not delivering because of what? You are not gonna take more or what? No, you're not gonna take more. Okay. So you are doing pretty good SPM right now. It's not gonna be steady because these guys are not working. Since they didn't send anything. But it should be fairly steady still. You are barely doing anything. Everything here seems to be running kinda smoothly. We're actually voiding some holmium right now, which I find very disturbing, to say the least, but can't really do anything about that. Okay. Right now we're doing 18 of that per second. That's not a lot. That is not a lot. I think... No, we cannot make solid fuel in this. Okay. So solid fuel is only made in the normal assembling machines. Or the biochamber. But I'm not gonna... There is no way I'm gonna supply this with nutrition here on Novice. That ain't happening. And I'm not gonna go through the hassle of setting this up on... not that bad of an idea, technically, to get the additional productivity from this guy. Whatever. That's unfortunate. We're gonna have to build a solid fuel thing from scratch, kinda. So, solid fuel. Something like that. We'll get that as well. We'll take this. Maybe we do one gap here. Then we can do this. And then we can put the power in here as well. Not good at the light design, but this is at least gonna be the same as the setup we just had. We could even go further and be like, yeah, we're gonna do 22.9. Would only need power every other. I don't really like this. What if we do that? That's not happening either. Unforge. How much are you eating? You're actually eating half a belt of this as well. So this is gonna be too much. I think this is gonna be... This is what we are gonna be able to do in one go with one belt of solid fuel. And that's only 70 per second. I think the most reasonable thing to do is just do it like this. Have the input. Do that. And then we'll have some solid fuel coming out of this, yeah? Now, we need a shit ton of this. Could do solid fuel from ammonia, but again, I don't know if it's worth it, realistically. Let's see here. Okay. This here is already 100-ish. So all we need is 2 of these. And we'll be good. That's it. Oh no, I went the wrong way. There we go. Pipes. You can come up here. And you'll go straight into that with the solid fuel. And that's fine. Oh, that's not working anymore, is it? Did this stop? No, but it reduced in speed quite a lot. Well, that being said, we have a lot of this. We have a lot of this. We can even do this. That's fine. We'll do... So the problem with solid fuel here is that we need to put it into the system. Or not solid fuel, sorry. The rocket fuel. And it's gonna be a long way for the bots to travel for this, which makes me a little bit not annoyed, but it's gonna have some delays associated with it. This is pretty good. I think we are kind of... We can just move this with bots later. I think we're kinda ready. I think we're kinda ready to start looking at this here. And using this build. So we're gonna put the train tracks in here. Like so. And we have this magical kinda intersection here. And I'm pretty sure it's based on this. Yeah. So it's just based on that. I even think we have this here as a blueprint. Do that. There was some garbage on this blueprint. Yeah. We don't need that. Okay. So this is the exit. Now, or the entrance, sorry. We're gonna change this up completely. So I want to see... I think this here is still fine. Why the hell does that look so weird to me? I find that that's a little bit too... Yeah. I think that looks slightly better, but it still looks a little bit off to me. Anywho. We need to fit something in here. So if I were to do this, then I want this to go here, probably. That looks like that works fairly well. And then I can do, let's say this, for example. That does actually not connect there. For some reason. Okay. We'll do that then. And then we'll do that. I don't really care where those legs are as long as this works. Yeah, we'll have this there. have that signal there. So this should be our new improved intersection. Because this will never need to cross the thing, right? So that's great. We can probably... we go in here. Yes. I need to double check this. Because this is an exit, right? Yes, this is an exit. So this is... entrance. This is exit. No, save. I don't want to fucking mix these up. Yes. Okay. So now we need to go into this blueprint and we're gonna select new things for this blueprint. I don't care about the tiles. These are completely irrelevant. So is that. Rail, electric poles are okay. Signals we need. The roboports being legendary, not bad. We can deal with that. I don't really care that much. We can remove those. I don't care about the roboports. They just need to line up, right? Cool. So that looks like a really sweet working intersection. Right? And that's never gonna have to interfere with anything. Which is great. I should really rebuild these T intersections as well. Because we can give that the same treatment, kind of. Maybe. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So, we are coming out of this area here, like so. I don't need that at all. So let's take the exit blueprint. And we're stamping this down. Here, I don't know what that is. We don't need that. It's fine. So we're gonna remove all of this jazz. Can I... Blueprint with rail signal cannot be flipped. Question is if I can do this. I can sort of flip that, actually. That's a pretty... yeah, I think we'll just use that. We can remove these, though. Do-do-do. So we need entrance signals here. Sorry. So this will check if there's a possibility to go through there. Ooh, I don't know about that. We have kind of... I don't think it matters. Actually, I don't think it matters. Probably don't need that guy. Probably don't need that guy either. We'll do that. And this should now be very well connected to our rail grid. And the exit blueprint needs to be here now. I don't care about trains. I don't care about tiles. Don't think I'm removing anything I don't want. Save blueprint. This should now be easily downable. Cool. This looks kind of nice on the map too. This looks kind of nice on the map too. Okay. No, I just had a thought. What if, to simplify these stations over here... Man, I'm getting distracted so badly sometimes. But so one of the problems with this station, right? This guy has to go all the way over here for fucking nothing. So if I could just do something like, I don't know, like this, for example. If I can just... I don't care about the signals. I don't care about the roboport. I don't care about the other stuff either, honestly. I just want the exit here somewhere. And it kind of should be maybe here. Maybe we'll go from the other side then, yeah? So this guy will actually just never really care, right? This should work. So we're making some very long overdue improvements to this, right? Okay, if we do this, and we remove all the belts, all the signals as well, actually. I don't really care about the power poles either. I just want this to flip. And then we build this on the other side as well. So this here will be... Okay, we'll wait until that's built. I think this is gonna probably work really well. Why I did not do this from the start, though. I have not been using elevated rails enough. I don't really care. And that we can take from that signal, it doesn't matter too much. Cool. You're almost empty though. Can you just go? Because I think it should go fairly fast into this as well, right? Yeah, that goes off really quickly in there. So then we save this travel time. Unfortunately, here we can't do anything because of reasons. Because they're so close to each other. We could do something for... No, we can't really do anything for this one either. But this is a design that we can use in the future. I think that looks really neat. Honestly. And then we also fixed this, which is great. So next up, we need to find a solution for this one. The problem is we want to go over the rail twice. Okay, I think I have a solution for that as well, but it's gonna be kind of twisted. Because I think we'd have to tap off here. Go around, and then in here. We have to fit it into this as well. But we can probably do it so these get improved as well. They're gonna have really high throughput then. If they just... They can just speed through without stopping any trains ever. That's gonna be kind of neat. Okay, I've been blabbering way too much. And we got a little bit distracted as well. Really, really satisfied with that. And with these elevated rails as well. That's cool. I think we're at least semi-ready. We have a couple of builds here that should be able to sustain a lot. So I think we're probably pretty ready to push the switch on going to this oil processing instead. It's gonna be a massive, like, rerouting of resources. But I don't think it's gonna be that bad. The main problem is the water and getting enough water in here. I think that's gonna be absolutely difficult. But I'm sure we'll find a way to do that as well. Anyway, everything is prepared. Next time, it's next episode we pull the trigger on this big change. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.